How we doing out there? First things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC, Crystal Edge Technology Screens, and our new FLE boutique company. Okay, right here, look at where the media players at playing the music. That ain't it. There we go. Alright, so we're using our Sony Ultra Short Throw projector. This is around 3,000 lumens. This is sitting in Eco Mode 2. And on top of that, it's on an almost dead lamp, because I got to change the lamp out on the projector, and I just haven't had time, so I figure it hasn't blacked out on me yet, so I might as well use it. So, just for today, and then tomorrow I got to order the parts for it. Other than that, yeah, I paid about $300 for it, that's it. Just to warn you, you are going to see a lot of videos, more than normal, popping up, due to the fact that we are testing. That's why. Anytime we're testing a product, we do a ton of demonstrations. Again, we like to back our products to make sure they work. Yeah, I've been early today, actually running early. Doing some updates, getting some stuff done. So right now we're operating, like I said, on a, extremely close dead light lamp from the projector, sitting in Eco Mode 2. So your screen can still pick it up. Let's move on, no need for that stuff. There we go. So even at a near dead light, and I'll show you the lamp hours that are left on it, it's very, very low. It's got a warning indicator that popped up that told me it's time to change the lamp. I've had this projector for quite a few years. So I'd say roughly, I can go back and check the unboxing, but I would say roughly about 2-3 years. I haven't had to change my lamp. It sits in eco mode all the time. That's why. Our lamps last forever, because we can stick them in eco mode. Screens will pull up. So as I said before, you're going to see a lot of demonstrations pushing through because we're testing. This is what usually is required. That's why I told you from the door, products, and especially if you're subscribers to that channel, if your notifications ain't blowing up, that means they ain't doing jack. They ain't testing anything at all, period. People are subscribers to our channel, the notifications go off like crazy because we're in there testing. So I had to be outside yesterday. I shot 5 shorts yesterday, including demonstrations on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram, and took a whole bunch of pictures and had to load those up. Because later on to show those slideshows and load them up on the website. And then we're on the website now building an entire section for the front page for the screen paint. So I'm literally loading in sections. Get ready for that. So yeah, when we tell you it's going to be the motherball screens, we are not joking about that. Everything from the packaging, the containers are different. How they're going to be packaged, how they're going to be sealed, how they're going to be shipped off. Yeah, it's right now we have the big ounce, which we have the biggest containers in screen paint. Most screen paint containers are 32 1 gallon. I say the minimum. Before you get the basically companies like, they come in like, yeah, more like 5, 10. We're talking about the most like 5 gallons to drums. But we're talking about for the consumer. Yeah, we actually have more paint than anybody else. 50 ounces paints up to a 200-inch screen. That's a 50 ounce. 64s to about 304 inches, and the biggest one we have is the 1.5 gallon, paints up to a 400-inch screen. Ultra short throw compatible, as you can see. I'll show you my projector. This is my Sony right there, my Sony Ultra Short Throw. I paid $300 for that. And then I got an Epson projector. We're already ordering an Epson. We're going to order Epson because I had 2 of them and I gave them away. So I got an Epson projector coming in at around probably about 95 bucks. And then we got a Hitachi, if I'm saying that correctly, another ultra short throw pushing through. Right, since this one's on about to die, I figure I might as well show you what a dead projector looks like when the lamp's about to die on Eco Mode 2. I'm going to turn this off. After the demonstration, you'll see the level of leaves that they give you. I think it's Eco Mode 2, pretty sure it is. You can see the image is crystal clear. We're in a fully lit environment, which you should be able to use your projectors in a fully lit environment. You're going to see me use multiple different versions of ultra short throw projectors. We're not going to pay a lot of money for them. And you're going to watch me use these projectors in fully lit environments. The ones I'm more excited about now, the NEC 36, that's the highest we have. This is 3000, so this is the same amount of lumens a P2 would have. And the Hitachi, I think the right projectors coming to, is 2200 lumens. That's going to be exciting. Can't wait for that one. Usually, the Epsons that we get are between 27 and 28. They're not in the 3000 range. That's why I said an ultra short throw projector demonstration, you shouldn't be in the dark. You really shouldn't be at all, period. You should be to operate that projector in a fully lit environment. You're not far from the screen. Look at this. Look how close we are to the screen at 3000 lumens. How would we be sitting in the dark with that? And the reason why is because the screens that the projector is being displayed off don't work. They need that Infinity 1 contrast level. You have to have it. Your black levels will wash out. Doesn't give the screen a chance to absorb. Contrast levels are going to be low. It's not going to be a good picture all the way around. You got to get one of these outside today. Literally, I got to be outside with an ultra short the other day, do some shorts. And you've seen the projector we're using outside. We're not using any 4000, 5000. We're using a Sony DPL CS4 projector for the outside demonstration. And that's 1000 lumens we're outside with in the daytime hours. Usually, in the daytime hours, with the screens we had to be in the 4000, 5000 range. This technology, no. We can be outside with 1000 lumens. So that's the dramatic change over this technology over what we used to design. If you go back and look at any of those projectors, Sony DPL FH30s, 31s, Chrissy's, all those projectors are 4000, 5000 units. Even the Sony FH31 is 52. You can go outside with 1000 lumens. It'll run with no problem. Right there. So somebody was requesting a lights on and lights off demonstration, so we'll just throw it in here. But that ultra short throw, yeah, you should be able to operate that in a fully lit environment. If you have to be in the dark to improve, you have already failed your projector. Let's give you an idea of a white surface, because that's what most people are sitting on right now, a white screen, because they figure that the projector is going to help them. And one of these days, I'm going to go out and buy myself a real crazy, insane projector, like freaking 8K monster machine. I'm going to show you where none of the screens will work on it. None of them. No, I might rent one. I don't want to buy it. I'd rather rent the thing out. And get something crazy in here. And you're like, oh shoot, like yeah, it won't even pick up at all. And you have to remember, the higher your lumens are, especially when you're this close to the screen, you're adding extra light to your screen. You know that, right? Like I said, if you watch the demo of the church who did our screen paint, they had a 7000 lumen. They couldn't get it to run. And the church we just recently did, I think their projectors, somehow they did edge bleeding. They bleed the images together, and I think they're like 6,000 a piece. It doesn't work. When I had my Optima GT 56. Had at 126 inches on a levitating screen. You were not supposed to have that projector past. It was supposed to be 100 inches. I was able to get mine at 126 inches. I was able to max mine out. And I'd come in and turned on all the lights, hit my screen, come on, just like a TV. And then you got people up there with $3,100, $5,000 projectors, and you can't do that. Well, you can. You have the wrong screen. That's the problem. Had the wrong screen. I'll tell you one thing. It's off topic real quick. The insulation job that I did in here, man, came out amazing. We had a heat wave. It broke the day. We had a heat wave. I only had to run my the air conditioning unit at 12 o'clock. That's it. In the morning when I come in here, it's cold. If I'm working late in here, it's cold. In the evening hours when the sun hits, it's basically a little bit warm in here, but the air conditioner, I don't have to have it all the way up. I literally can have it on low in eco mode, and it's still cold in here. This stuff right here, best investment ever. I can honestly say that. I'm going to go on Amazon and do a review for the company because, man, I had to test it out first because I can't give a review right away. I got to test it out a little bit. So I got a chance to test this out in the cold and the heat. Fantastic. Any place that I build or put together, or any place we go into, if the walls are down to the bare bone, I'm putting this stuff in. Best I've ever had. Right now I got a friend of mine, he's insulating his garage. He asked me about this stuff. I said, man, it's incredible. I don't like the fiberglass. Not a big fan of the fiberglass. That's why I went with this. This was the best investment ever. Cheaper too. All right, so we got a white surface up there. Let's get into our Sony contrast demonstrations. Which is funny because that's a Sony. Eco mode 2 and a dead lamp, which I'm hoping doesn't explode. I actually had two projectors where I did cook them and the lamp exploded. That's me. But that's after, because I run my projectors harder than anybody else. My machines stay on. I never usually turn them off. So I beat the crap out of my projectors. And it takes a while for the lamps to blow. It does. I think the first one I blew was it's my first projector, a BenQ MS500. It sounded like a gunshot going off behind the back of my head. I was like, what the freak? And the lamp exploded. That's because I kept leaving it on. I leave out the door and leave that sucker on and come back and like, oh shoot, that's the projector. Alright, make sure my colors contrast all that is running. Should do it. Whatchamacallit outside, but I don't know. Perhaps not flat enough. I'll have to build me a base for testing the Apex. I want to test the Apex Gamer. We get ready to start working on that. I want to do a demonstration outside. I'm going to invite the people over here to come and play some Pac-Man in the yard with me. Let's see if the colors are correct. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Even on a dead lamp, you have to make sure this stuff can run for any occasion. The reason why this is important, we'll say we run into a customer, and I've done that one before, but basically doesn't know much about his projector, and the lamp is about to die. And we get blamed for that. If we're blamed for that, saying, hey, look, your product came up too dark, even though we have tons of demonstrations on it, they'll say it came up too dark, and because my projector is such and so and so. You know what I tell you to do? I tell you to take your projector and slide it off the wall. You know why? Lamps react different when they hit white surfaces. They come up a kind of really dull color. That's what happens. They come up really dull. Now our technology is going to come up darker, but if you move to the side and that wall comes up a dull, all the colors are bland, your lamp's going. And the first thing I tell you to do is go into your projector, go into your information section, hit that, and it'll show you your lamp life. You see lamp, and hit that, it shows you your lamp life. And send those pictures back to us, and we show you exactly what's your lamp. That's it. But this lamp is about to go. It's almost near dead. And you can see it's bright enough to overpower a sheet of paper, a white paper at that. slow color changer, and it's in eco mode.
Getting that from YouTube.
I'll try to show you all that.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. I was gonna say that. Why does Wi-Fi only seem to work in this room? You need Verizon Home Internet. Get fast, reliable coverage in every room.
So we go back and show this one. You know, almost near dead projector. And then I'll turn it off, turn it back on. You'll see my warning indicator light. They'll pop up. It says, hey, look, you need to replace this lamp. And I got to change out my filters too. These filters are different. This isn't the kind of filter where you can go in and basically wash them out. I like those better, the ones that don't tear, don't rip. Usually the older projectors, when you're dealing with those, first thing I got to do is I got to basically remove the filters and replace them. Because they use a kind of a foam-like filter with them, so they have to be replaced. They become brittle, and they can break up and tear up and cause all kinds of problems with your machine. So they got to come out. And then the lamp system, usually lamps have to be pulled too. So remember, it's a used projector. Unless it comes with a brand new lamp, it's a different story. If it doesn't, you're doing a replacement. That's why you want to make sure that when you buy any projector, make sure you see how much those lamps cost. Even though the projector may be an older model, the parts may be still expensive. All right. So colors are pushing nicely. Of course, the stars are definitely going to pick up because it's a black screen. Let's check white levels. 4K snow screen saver.
Getting that from YouTube.
There you go. Now we count everything down to the fabric from my slacks that are laying against the screen. That's what we don't want. We do not want the screen coming up that dark because there's going to be a whole lot of issues with it. I mean, its heightness not working correctly, color balance is thrown way off, and the contrast level, well, it's going to be dark either way. It doesn't make a difference. And by the way, screen's going to be much darker than this. We're going to actually design the screen with something called a Imperial. It's an Imperial Infinity 1. It's a new technology we're working on. It's part of the Element 77, makes screens far more darker. I want this thing to look like a portal when it sits on your wall. So everything you're seeing is at 10%. All this is just getting ready for upgrades to see what we need to do. Alright, so let's show you baby. Let's turn her off. And you'll see at the bottom, it shows my eco mode. I'm in 2. When she turns off, we turn her back on, and you'll see my warning sign coming up saying, hey, replace your lamps. The machine's about to go. Swap for the cutoff, then we'll swap out for the NEC, and then soon we'll have our Epson and Hitachi projectors here. I like them because they're cheap. Super cheap. I think cheapest I got an Epson for, oh, no. I got that Epson with, we can pick that later on. I got the Epson with the pens, interactive pens, and a freaking stand with it for like 95 bucks. Because usually the Epson projectors, those particular models, they sit in office buildings, schools and stuff like that. And sometimes the schools will basically either sell them off as pallets. You can get those definitely easy in lots. Those particular projectors, the NECs and Epsons, always come in lots. But anyway, if you're buying a bunch of them. But anyway, schools get rid of them because they update them. And then if you're like a teacher or somebody works there, usually they'll pick them up or grab a box of them and they'll sell them on eBay. That's how we get some of them. And those are the ones that will come with all the stuff. Because they'll have not only the projectors that are sitting up in the classroom, but they'll have extra projectors just in case, sitting in boxes that once they get ready for the new ones, well, a bunch of ones in brand new boxes, what are you going to do with them? They're not going to use them, so the teachers usually take them. Because chances are either they're going to sell them off on eBay, or basically, sad part about it, they're going to strip them down. Take them to a recycling unit and strip them down. That's the sad part. All those beautiful machines, those 720p's. Makes my heart hurt just thinking about it. I have no idea what they're throwing out. No idea. Alright, let me see if baby's still burning. Sure she's coming on now. It doesn't show it there. Oh, there it is, right there. Can't see indicator. Please replace the lamp. See that? And clean the filter. So my lamp is about to die. So you just watch me do the demonstration. Beat a white sheet of paper on a projector that the lamp life is dying and in eco mode and still be able to produce. Yep. So let me get this one off because I got to order the lamp. The lamp is another cheap. It's an old projection. It's been around for a while. So I made sure I checked that before I actually, before I bought her. How cheap the lamps were going to be. Swap out for a NEC projector. Should be a minute, should shut off. Huh. That's why I say that if you see a lot of videos pushing through, we're testing. Initial tests start next week. So I gotta go make some phone calls. I need samples. We have to go down to Home Depot, Lowe's, Benjamin Moore, Amazon, pick up all kinds of black fabric and material for the black on black. I just extended that. Oh shoot, I forgot. I literally have to go to the showcase page and put in a whole section for that too, for our test and black on black. So the show page allows us, like I said, to drop the whole page in, and then people can go through that. They can see the test, demonstrations, all that stuff. So I got built into they were doing every day too. So I'm in front of the computer for a couple hours. Yep. So this is what, you're going to see people come in, and they do this. They have to. They have a choice. They really don't have a choice to try to make our demonstrations look bad because, again, they don't want to do them themselves. And they don't want it to get to a point that people are going to ask questions like, this is a requirement, or why aren't you doing it? I mean, he's doing it, but you're not doing it. There you go. And that's the reason why they go behind our videos and try to make them look bad and stuff like that. Like the other one was darkening our images and making the t-shirt I was wearing look extra bright, like the t-shirt was brighter than my screen, which I showed you yesterday. I had a white t-shirt, black slacks laying against the screen. No way to match in the color or anything whatsoever, but that's what they usually do because they don't want to do the test. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. Nothing but fear. We're used to it. That's a normal reaction. And back up your product, the result of fear. Put this back. Ready to replace this one. Let's get the $60 one set up. People ask me where to get the stand from. I have no idea where to go with that one. I understand. Stands are. I think it's better to shut when you're standing up, but not when you're laying down. Better to have to shut those things. But they're requesting where I got the stand from. I can say it's a good look. They're hard to get. They're very, very hard to get. Better off showing you how to build one. That's my best bet. To show you how to put one. To build one, that's my best bet. Find one, I don't know. Alright. I'll go with power to that, right, Barry? Yeah. And the way it's not going to go with power. Have like tons of cord, and still you come up short on the cord. And for those who are saying, how How come you look so this on the camera? Because I haven't shaved in the last couple of days at all, period. When I walked into the store and the woman said out of her mouth, she said, wow, you haven't shaved in a while. Because I always keep myself shaved. Anytime I walk out the door, I'm always clean cut. But when you're testing, you ain't got time for that crap. But that's all you do. Look, when I'm basically doing this, I'm on all the social media sites I'm locked into. And if it's not that, I'm on the website constantly updating. Constantly updating, constantly updating. Ordering this, ordering that, getting this in here, getting this in here. It's a lot of freaking work at the end of the day. It's a lot of work. And then when I get ready, I gotta be outside. I drag all the equipment outside, get that done, get eaten by mosquitoes and all the other crazy stuff that comes along with it. And then come back in here, the dozens of pictures and videos and stuff all have to go somewhere. So yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a ton of work. It is. So, you know, when I was doing that 250-inch screen, that thing was a freaking nightmare to put in because I couldn't build a frame for it. And I had to figure out how to get a screen to when it hits it, it lays flat. That was a headache. That was such a headache. But got it done. And yeah, people sitting there telling me, oh, you look dirty. It's like, well, yeah. I'm tired. I come in, I'm covered in mud, dirt, sawdust, and eaten by mosquitoes and bugs. Pants are soaking wet from on my knees trying to get a screen to land just right. Yeah, when I come in, I just take a piece of plastic, because I don't want to lay on my sofa because it's white, and sleep on the floor. That's where I slept for the last 5 days, on the floor to get this job done. And then pick myself up, walk past the kitchen, grab God knows whatever's sitting out there because I ain't got time to make food, and go out there and work and finish the screen. So I can do demonstrations to show my customers. It's called hard work. That's why when I get on camera, I look like I'm a mess because I work constantly all the time. So when I'm working on something and it requires a lot of work, a lot of demonstrations to back it up, that's what you go through. I used to watch friends of mine who did contract work. These jokers were coming from the door, covered in cement and everything else under the sun. Come back out the same way, get in the truck and drive off. It's working those massive hours, I guess, wherever they were trying to buy or what they're going to get or something at the end of the day. Maybe it was a house or I don't know what it was. But anyway, they was getting them hours in, I'll tell you that much. Got to respect that. But, you know, some people don't know. They don't know hard work at the end of the day. They don't know what hard work is. That's why you don't have any videos, no tests, no nothing. This technology alone is not even tested yet. Your test runs were running. And it literally has more test run demonstrations than all your products combined right now. And I checked. All combined right now, you have no form of testing. And I'm still not done with the short those, but I still got more short those coming in to test it on. And I got this other retro projector. This thing is super old. I'm like, oh my goodness. I gotta have it. I still get the messages that come like, what do you want this for? Like, you'd be surprised what I do with that thing. Yeah, so yeah, it's a lot of work. I'm shaved in the last couple of days. That's when I walked in and said, wow. Yeah, I shaved, and I was like, it's working. I ain't got time. I haven't got time today. Work to do. So let's get this baby up and going and see what you can do with her. Get her on direction. Nope, but that's usually what it comes down to. And do I complain about it? No, actually, I like my long hours of work. I love it. It's just that you got to get some people to understand in their head that this is what required of hard work. This is what hard work comes down to. This is what you have to do. If you want a good product, you got to earn that right. It's not given to you. And this one has a new lamp in it, of course. I had to do the lamp replacement for this thing.
For a limited time, shop Pixel Summer Savings Event at thinkiesword.com.
So the people chasing the center out of you.
That's a $60 projector. Brand new lamp. Lamp cost me 35 bucks. That's it. I think I'm gonna play around with this all day today. I haven't done enough demonstrations on ultra short throw, so we'll do that. So I have 2 more ultra short throws coming in. And like I said, way cheaper than $3,100 or $5 grand at the end of the day. I still now look at that freaking Epson projector. I'm not going to buy that thing. $5,000 for a projector? I can't do it. I can't. Our technology doesn't require it. I don't spend all that money for a piece of furniture. But then again, we still might have to have it because again, if we're going to show why the screens, invisible screens, are given option for a projector like that, we still got to have one. So, still got to get one. Oh, wait a minute, I can spend $5,000. I got a wholesale license. What the freak? I'll pay that at the end of the day anyway. Just forgot about that. Yeah, because it's a business program. We can get those projectors. Just go through one of them and get it. But I want it because not for the fact that, oh, I want this really high super. No. We want it so we can show that the new screens we're designing, or you could design with the new invisible technology part of this technology, you can put the projector behind your screen and hide it. Because that's the one thing I didn't like about the projector when I saw the LS or the P2 is they're huge. I don't want that piece of furniture staring in my face. No, I want it hidden. I don't want to see it. So, get yourself the plexiglass. Get the option 2 for the screen paint. Spray it on and make your invisible screen. And if you've seen our black invisible technology, it's flawless. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But if it's 5,000 lumens, what if it pierces through? No, we use venue projectors. Them suckers can't even pierce through one of those things. We did all the testing. We're good. We are good. But I like this whole setup here. $60. Can you beat that with a baseball bat? No. No. And a baseball bat with you? Yeah. No, $60. These projectors are marketed under $200. This is a screen we call the mother of all screens. And it's going to live up to its name. If you haven't seen the outside demonstrations on it, on a 1,000 lumen projector, those things look just like TVs outside 1,000. How much money the consumer's going to save at the end of the day? Man, you get a gallon of this stuff, you can go buck wild. Oh shoot, we should do that. Wait a minute, that's a good idea. We should do a half and half. That way, if you can't decide, you can get 2 of them. We'll do it like a 64 half and half. One side will be the invisible, one side will be the front coating. Oh, we're going to definitely do that, a half and half. I'm going to do one of those. I also want to do a popcorn package. I'm dying to give away a popcorn machine so badly. You have no idea how I'm going to give other things away. So we're going to do special parts. The special parts are going to have interesting stuff. So we'll do a half and half, because some people can't decide whether or not if they want to do the invisible, or maybe they want to do both. So we'll have it with the 64, you get 32 ounces of one and 32 ounces of the other. And then what we'll do is we'll do another one that will come with a popcorn package. It'll come with a popcorn machine, because again, I'm dying to give away a popcorn machine badly. So we're going to do a popcorn setup. And it'll be free popcorn machine or the half and half. So we'll get those set up today. When the technology becomes available, which is a little bit while because we got a lot of testing to do, but once it's ready, we're ready to go. Sorry, we don't rush our products. We gotta back this stuff up. Mind you, this is not just going to be attached to YouTube. This is going to be at the trade shows, expos, and everything else I'm going to be involved in. This technology is going to be there. So again, I don't like to have my pants around my ankles being embarrassed. Gotta work. All right, so price range for the technology, as I said before, at one point we were going to do it under 500, we got it under 4. So the 50 ounces paints a screen size of 200 inches. It is selling for, when we get ready to sell it, for $267. If you saw the demonstrations against the certifieds, and you'll be seeing a lot of those coming through pretty soon, because we are ordering. You'll notice that technology has taken out already at 10% a $6,000 projection screen, and also 2 screen innovations technology, along with the zero edge screen innovations, the 1.4, and the other 2 I have to remember what they are. But anyway, we did those tests already, but we have to do everything again and do everything separately. Separate for this company, separate for that company, All right. 267, 50 ounce, 200 inch screen. 100 inch to 200 screen, biggest biggest amount of paint you'll ever get from anybody else. Let's see, the 64s do up to a 304-inch screen. They go for around $304. And the big boy, which is the big ounce, is a gallon and a half. It goes for around 300 and I think it's $89. Paints the screen up to 400 inches. Mind you, the screen I had in the backyard was 250, so imagine what 400 looks like. Most likely people are getting that are people that are planning to just paint the entire house, literally, because I would. I would basically do my dedicated theater room. Oh, by the way, I forgot to add, it does have ceiling capability technology, which means you can put your ceilings with it for dedicated theater rooms, which I'm going to have to put all that information because I'm redoing the specification sheets. So yeah, you can do your ceiling, you can paint your screen at your dedicated theater room, you can take it outside and install a screen in. You can take it anywhere you want and install your screens in. You can make your own portable screens, and the spray-on version is fantastic because it does acoustics, submersibles, and inflatables. Oh yeah, we're going to cover everything. You don't need any kind of special paint sprayer. Knock yourself out. You use the airbrush. Actually, it's pretty cool. I actually watched a guy airbrush one of our screens in. It's pretty cool looking. It's like a little bit of a marble look to it. But today we're going to enjoy our $60 projector setup, our ultra short throw, and treat it like a TV. I like this because the customers don't have to spend all this money. That's why I like using the 720p machines at the end of the day. It doesn't cost a lot of money. Well, I like talking to customers the most is when I ask them what's the budget for their projector, and they'll say something like $3,000, $4,000, and you don't even come close to that at all, period. Go over to eBay, get them a projector for like $200. And think about that, how much money you just saved. Or people I meet that are going to spend a couple $1,000s for a screen, and they don't have to spend it. Those special screens for ultra short throw projectors, it does it all. Right here. Oh, the one time I try to find these people and I got to scream their name out because the system does not pick it up correctly, it pops up out of nowhere. Didn't even ask for it. Now, my projector's contrast is, I'll put the model number when we get done with the video, is around 4,000 to 1. It is nothing. That's nothing. But with this technology, well, put it this way. If you were to take a projector with 2 million to 1, or maybe 50 million to 1, and put it on a white screen or gray screen, and you would take this at 4,000, it would pick up a more advanced contrast level than the screens that have the ability with the higher ratio of contrast, because the screen is failing them. Where once you switch them over to our technology, that option's turned off, because it's not even necessary. What do you need it for? So this gives the customer the advantage point because, again, you know, you got people there saying, well, I got 2 million to 1 contrast. Well, I can't afford a 2 million to 1 contrast. I guess I'll have to go with this projector right here and deal with it in the dark. You don't have to do that anymore. That's the point of our technology, the dark technology. A customer can go out and spend $60, $100, $200, $300 for a projector and achieve the Infinity One that a person on with a projector that has a 2 million can achieve on a gray or white screen. So you don't spend a lot of money for a projector. Save some money. So buy yourself some movie chairs, get a nice big popcorn machine. Hey, you can even get a cotton candy machine. They sell them on Amazon. I can't get one because I'll kill myself with it because I like sweets and I'll actually overdose on that thing. I would literally, the thought has passed my mind when I go to amusement parks and I see the cotton candy machine and they give you a little cone or a little stick they give you. And I literally thought about coming back with a freaking sand, with the shovels they use for sand, for digging up sand. I can't, you know what I'm talking about. Like the shovels for the beach, the kids get. I'm literally thinking about coming back with one. Like, look, man, I'll pay you like $20 extra if you can just wrap that stuff around this, man. I love cotton candy. I will overdose on cotton candy. That exotic cotton candy was amazing, man. I never had barbecue cotton candy. It's weird, but it's good. So next couple of days we'll be back and forth. We're recording ourselves going to Home Depot. We're going to pick up all kinds of surfaces to coat over so we can show you that you can actually turn these surfaces into projection screens. We're going to use it inside and out. I do want to go near styrofoam. I love styrofoam screens. So mind you, this is insulated styrofoam only. Don't use the other kind of packaged styrofoam. Your screen will get damaged. This stuff is pretty cheap. Go in there and pick up some of it, coat it. We'll do some spray down demonstrations, some road down demonstrations, stuff like that. Now, also too, on the site for this technology, we're going to have a little section called the Do-It-Yourself Corner. This is going to teach you how to build. We're going to make little prototypes of different forms of frames that you can design for brummets, all kinds of stuff. Anything you want to coat with this stuff. We can show you how to make collapsible frames that collapse, all that stuff, everything you would need to know. And we're doing some building too. Just want to make sure that everybody has what they need at the end of the day. Try to do something different. I usually do the same thing over here with the makeup and stuff, but it's a little different. And then soon we'll be showing you off the Halo system. This is a new way we're going to show off our technology at expos. We're literally going to have a ring of light wrapped around the screen. So we can show up the screen's ability to be able to absorb light. So that's another project we're working on. Do you have any idea how much work we're going to have to do? I mean, we've got the experience, but it's a lot of work. To back this screen up, it's a lot. A whole lot involved in it. But you got to be able to back it up. That's what it comes down to. So for me, in my head, I see these stories. That's how it works for me. On how I see how I build things. There's stories behind everything that I do. And for me, for this technology, it feels like I get the best armor, I get the best weapons, everything I can possibly think of, and I go out into this wilderness, and I fight the most worst of the worst dragons and demons and warlocks and everything, and just when I get right through it all, someone says, now your quest begins. That's what we have to go through with this thing. We're nowhere near testing. This is all test runs. That's what it feels like. To give you an idea. Can we get past? Can we do it? Yeah, heck yeah, we can do it. We can get it done. It's just going to take a lot of work to do it. That's what it's going to take. We have to back this thing up on every single level you can think of. And we have to do tests beyond everybody else, beyond ourselves. That's why I said beyond the next level. It's going to be something else, I tell you. But is it going to be worth it? Oh, heck yeah. And besides, this is going to be going into my home. In my new one I'm going to be building, yes. I want to have a ball with this. I'm going to coat my ceiling. I'm going to turn my ceiling. One part of it is going to be just front, and the other one's going to be rear. So I'm going to have a piece of plexiglass low down. I'm actually talking to somebody about how do I get a piece of plexiglass big enough to fit, because I want to build my tiny home to fit in that section. And then we have to build the projection system and all that, all outer boxes outside, because I want to be to look through the screen. I want to be to see outside, but I also want to be to change it into something different, like a whole different universe. Like if it's summertime, I want the screen to ceiling to snow, and I want to be to see the sun at the same time, because it has that FLE technology, allows it to absorb sunlight. That's literally what the ceiling is going to be made out of. So yeah, I'm building me an entire different world. It's got the clear hat's a submersible. To submerge the whole screen underwater. You know, I wish I would have had this when BioShock came out, because that would have been fantastic. Can you imagine playing BioShock on PC and your screen is submerged in your fish tank? Technically, you have to. It's a different screen you have to design. A different submersible you have to design. Oh my goodness, that would have been sick from the door. Like do a 2 divider tank. Oh, we're gonna have to build that. I can't build it this. We can't build it this year. That's impossible. But we're gonna have to build it. So, you ever seen like where people talk about? One was talking about how having fish in a tank, but they'd have to be able to absorb oil, which you don't want to do. So these tanks have 2 compartments. The first compartment basically holds the PC and the mineral oil. It's impossible. It's not going to spill over to the other tank. There's even a backup liner in there just in case, but it's not going to harm the fish in any way. And the other tank is actually where the fish are at, where the water's at. Because that water makes contact with your PC over there, it's not working anymore. So when you look through the glass, you can't see the dividers of glass. You can't see it. You just see fish swimming around in a PC. That's pretty much it. But we can literally design a thin, I would build like a kind of a thin tank that would basically sit over top of it where we can submerge the screen into. Put little BioShock action figures all around and have them underwater, have the bubble system going up, and basically put a projector behind it. So basically the entire system is pretty much underwater. You're pretty sick, ain't it? We got to build it next year, but that's a lot of work. That's a ton of work. I can't find a thing that thin that'll get a custom made. It'll cost me a ton of money. Or it's better than building it myself. Sorry, brain just went up in a whole different section. That's what happens. That's what goes on in my head. Like we're sitting there talking about something and boom, an idea just pops up, start putting it together, and we have a whole other section. It happens. Try to keep the focus. Try to keep the focus, people. Setup here, I do. We got it. I'm so happy about that. We got a 50 container to 267. We can ship that overseas for free. 200 inches. That covers just about any screen you can think of. The average home does about 100 to 120. That gets the customer unbelievable a lot of paint to do whatever they want to do. They can do a screen inside, do one outside. It's weatherproof. But man. I never, ever use anything in it. I think the only thing I watch is TV. I watch some TV shows, but I don't say this live thing. I never experiment with my 5.6 net video. I had dozens of them. I never went past this point. Because again, like I said, they're ultra strict. Those are designed to be TVs. What we got going on here?
And of course, the reason that we're all here, the man, the myth, the legend, 1984 National League MVP, Ryan Sandberg. My life changed a lot in 1984, but that's nothing compared to what had happened 6 months ago. So my thoughts today are instead about love, life, family, and friends. The number of people in baseball that have reached out.
I'm just looking around like if you're watching TV, because you're not going to get your setup and going and just watch nothing but freaking what do you call it, 4K and 8K videos. You're going to use it just like a TV.
We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the pinnacle. Game 7 Stanley Cup Final. It doesn't get any better than this. And that's why on the Monday episode of the Locked On Fantasy Hockey Podcast, we're diving deep into the Stanley Cup Final preview, best bets, and everything you need to know headed into Monday night's final. Let's get it.
I'm Frank Proto, professional chef and culinary instructor, and today we're going to make foolproof carbonara. I'm going to teach you how to make carbonara that's luscious, creamy, and full of flavor. This is Carbonara 101. Carbonara is one of those dishes that can seem super complicated, but in the end it's really easy, and all you really need is a few techniques. If you follow all of my techniques, it'll be foolproof.
Just switching through. That's all.
The Dallas Mavericks staved off elimination in Game 4. Luka Doncic and company avoiding the sweep. Now the task gets tougher. They're in Jason Tatum's house in Boston, trying to extend this series to a Game 6 of the early going.
Boston!
Brown
That's my brother's team.
as he makes
Hardcore
already up by 8.
Celtics fan from day one.
Lobbing it up to Derek Lively, who stuffs that one home. And that cuts the lead down to 3. Then Luka Doncic.
I mean, he got the retro Mitchie Ness. They're not the ones you find. The ones that going. He got the retros when he walked through. Only worked on special occasions. Been a few people walking with flyers. Retro one. And vintage. All right. I'm a big kid. Only thing I like to watch is Mahogany Heroes, Everybody Like Chris, Taxi, which is my all-time favorite to watch. Meatballs, that's my favorite movie. Animal House, 16 Candles, Serial Killers, Day Off, Weird Science. I like the classics. Reacher, still watching that. That's pretty good. Greatest American Hero, that'll be it right there. Pretty much. And then my Cartoon Network, yeah. Definitely cannot eat cereal without cartoons. I can't do it. Can't do it. It's my favorite. Hello Kitty. No, sorry. Unicorn Kitty is my favorite. Da, 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 da. Team Titan is funny. They do Robin so wrong it's not even funny how bad they do Robin.
Here's what's new for you today.
Craig and the Creek. Oh, it's a new one for Craig and the Creek.
Summer of fun at Chuck E. Cheese. Your first 5 games are free, and every game is just 1 point. And get your summer fun pass to play up to 250 games a day for 2 whole months. Learn more at chuckecheese.com.
Chuck E. Pizza is disgusting. I swear. Went there for a birthday party. It was literally like cardboard, tomato sauce. And I don't know if that was cheese or not. But then if it's kids at the end of the day, I figured they're not going to know the difference, but still jacked up. Look at the seal. Oh, I got it now.
seems Big T.
I swear, Robin gets him in the most jacked up predicaments ever, but he is getting dogged out in the end. I think everything is to glorify him most of the time. Alright, let's go back over. YouTube.
Okay, here's YouTube.
Thank you.
Don't let anything stand between you and performing at your best. Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline. Performance unbound.
Yep. What do you got for time? Doing good for time? My machine sits in eco mode. That's my eco mode. We don't run it. We don't have to run them full, like in full. To get the screen, you shouldn't have to. I have no idea why in the world would you not be running. It's ultra short that's sitting on top of the screen. You should never. You should always have those things in eco mode. But even with the long throws, any projectors you should have in eco. Shouldn't have that issue. That's usually what, when I watch the black screens, they put them, try to put them in eco mode, brighten them up, darken the environment, because it's supposed to be that black screens have issues in fully lit environments. They're blank with it, they have problems with it. But I don't know about that one. Boy, what are you doing something, Sparky boy? Sparky boy, oatmeal. Oatmeal, still can't get over how funny that is. Come on, oatmeal. And there he runs over to her. Oatmeal, don't answer oatmeal for me. It's for you and buddy. Alright people, hope you enjoyed the demonstration. We have a ton of testing to go through so we can get this product ready to go. I'm looking at maybe a date if we get it all done. Maybe somewhere, it won't be in July, I tell you that much, because there's too much testing involved with this thing. Maybe by the end of July we'll probably have it done. We have to. If it's going to be on site, so if it's on site, mind you, we can bring it on site with us. It's not a problem to show it off. We just can't sell it until it's finished. So we're probably looking at probably a month from today when it'll be available. But it'll be on site. I want it on site. It's not fully done because I want it to be to show that technology can operate in environments at that time we'll probably be at a 20 to 30% mark on it. So that's very important that we can show it can operate at that, at not even at full status. And then you'll be to see it afterwards. It'll be operating here and there, and they'll be working on a halo system at 50%. But anyway, yeah, probably around next month it'll be ready. We'll figure out how we'll mark a date in to get it ready. There's no pre-orders for it. There's plenty of it. It's first come, first serve. It's not a limited edition. Because again, like I said, not only are we going to be marketing this online, it's going to be marketed offline too also. So we know we're going to get orders for this thing left and right. All right, people. Pretty soon, you'll get a chance to experience the mother of all screens. Gotta go. Thank you for your time. And of course, who do we thank? Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because without him, we wouldn't have it. Gotta go, and God bless.